Hello boys and girls, you are welcome to the practical section of our class. So today we are going to type our national anthem and edit the document. So sit back as we do that. So let me remove my camera before we go to the doc. So we are still on Google Doc, so let's click. Alright, so this is what we're going to use today. This app, Docs, the one we used last week. So let me click on it so that we can start. Now, to create a new document, there's a plus sign that is showing under here. So I will click on it to create a new document. Then I will click on where my arrow is or the new document, either of the two. So I've clicked. Then I will wait for the document to open. Now that the document has opened, then I will first type my document, because it is good to type the document first before you now edit the document. If not, you will stress yourself a lot before you get your work done. So what we will do is that I will type the document first, then we will now come to edit the document. But first, read the instruction first on how to type the document. So what I will do is that the instruction says the Nigerian national anthem should be in capital letter. So I will type that one in capital letter. So let me move my arrow here so that I can type. So I will type Nigeria. Okay, I said I will type it in capital letter. So let me change to capital letter. Nigeria national anthem. Right, that's the first thing. Then I will go down. Then I will remove my capital uppercase to remove the capital letter. So the next thing I will do is I will now type the national anthem. So right, because we are going to edit it, so let me use the lowercase so that when we edit it, you will get how we can edit a document. Alright, I believe you know the national anthem. Nigeria, call, obey. Then the next line, to serve our father's land, our fatherland. The next line is with love. I believe you are seeing what I'm typing. And strength and faith. And the next line, the labor of her heroes past. The next line, shall never be in vain. The next line, to serve with heart and might. The next line, Our nation bond in freedom, comma, peace and unity. All right, this is the document. Now to edit the document, what I need to do is I will now go to the instruction. Now the instruction says format the passage as stated below. Now the heading of the passage, that is, that heading should be 14 points and Times New Roman, and it should be in uppercase. That's why I typed Nigeria National Anthem in uppercase, except the Nigeria that I will change now. So then I have to underline it. So let me start to edit the document. Now the first thing I will do to edit the document, as stated in the instruction, is that my Nigeria has to be in capital letter. So I will type it, I will change it to capital letter, as you can see. Now the next thing I will do is that I will come to this edge and tap to highlight the national anthem. Now from there I can now edit the document. So what will I do? You will see my arrow moving, so I will click on this button to edit. So I've clicked. Now if you come under here, you will see where normal text, font and size is written. So the instruction said the size should be 14, so this is the size. So I will click on this button beside 11 to change it to 14. So to 13 and 14, you see, is more bigger than before. Then the instruction said it has to be uppercase, so I've done that. So then the instruction says it has to be bold, so I will come here and click bold. So I've clicked, you see. Now the instruction says it must be centralized, so I will hold on for that. So I will now, the last thing under that instruction says it has to be underlined, so I will move to my underline. This button with U is underline, then I will click. Now it is now, I've done most of the things under the instruction for the heading of the passage. Now I will click here so that I can go out of that place. Alright, so I'm back. Now the instruction says it has to be centralized. So if I want to centralize the text, I will click on this button where you are seeing my arrow. So I will click, then I will move to the second one. This one is the one to centralize it. So I will click this particular one that my arrow is on now. So I've clicked. So I'm done with the first thing under our document, that is how to edit the document. That's the first step. If you check number 1, heading of the passage, 14 points, I've done that. Then it has to be in Times New Roman, I've not done that. So I will still go back to this letter A to change that. I will click, there it has changed. Now I want to change the text. If you look at this place, area is showing area, but I want to change it to Times New Roman. So I will click. So once I click, I will drag up so that I can see Times New Roman. Alright, so I will click on this particular one, Times New Roman. Then once I click, you will see the effect. You see, it has been changed to Times New Roman. So I will come here and click this empty space so that that template can go off. Alright, now I'm done with the heading of the passage. Now let's go to the body of the passage. The instruction in the body says, that's number 2. The instruction says change the first letter in each line to uppercase. So what I will do is that, let me move my arrow up here. So what I will do is that the first letter of this document has to be in capital letter. So what I will do is that I will come here, I will erase that and now put my A, then come to N, erase it and type N in capital letter, come to T, erase, type T, come to W and type capital W, come to T and type capital T, come to S and type capital S, come to T and type capital T, then come to O and type capital O. Alright, so I'm done with that document now. That is the instruction in number 2 for the body of the passage. That is, change the first letter of each line to uppercase. That's B Roman figure 2. Now let's go to B Roman figure 3. So what I will do there is that the instruction says change the second word in the first line to uppercase. Now if you look at the document, so the instruction change the second word in the first line to uppercase. That is, this instruction, that's the first line, so it has to be in capital letter. So I will erase, then I will capitalize it and I will put, you see. So I'm done with that Roman figure 3. Now the second to the last thing to do under this document, to edit the document, what I'm doing is I'm editing the document. So the next thing to do is in line 3. The instruction says change the first letter of the last word to uppercase. Now this is the third line, so that is the first letter of the last word to uppercase. So I have to change this to capital F for fatherland. Alright, now the last thing before I save this document is I will now come down here, then I will click on this button on my phone to drag it down so that it can look like the one in our instruction. Now after that I will come to this place, click and click again. Now the last instruction says the text, that is all this text, I will tap here and hold it and click, that the text itself must be in Times New Roman and it must be in that the text must be in 12 points, that is the size of the text, and it must be in Times New Roman. So what I will do is that I will highlight the text like this, highlight it. Alright, so after highlighting it, I will still go back to this my A, I will click. So I've clicked. Now the first thing I will do is I will go to the size. As you can see, let me move my arrow to size. You see, size. Then instead of 11, I will change it to 12. So let me click. You see, it will be bigger than the former one. Now, after that, I will scroll up a little bit to see my font style. That's font. And as you can see on the font style, you are seeing the area. So I have to change it to Times New Roman, like the first heading that we did. So my arrow is on the area. I will click, then I will drag up, scroll up, then now I'm in Times New Roman. Then I will click Times New Roman, and my text will be affected with that Times New Roman. Alright, now I can go out. Alright, so now to complete my work, the last thing I will do here is to type my name. So what I will type is, because that is the last instruction, so I will type Nigeria National Anthem, edited. Make sure you write this so that I will know that is your document, by Mr. Femi. Alright, so now I'm done with the document. If you look at this document and with the stated instruction that we followed, you will realize that it's more beautiful than it was before when we type the document. So I would like you to do the same and follow the instruction from the Microsoft Word text I will send to you, and send the document to me via my WhatsApp. So thank you. If there's any problem, you can watch the video over and over again to get it. Thank you.